Hello fellow crafters, my name is George and this is the Spare Time G, and today we're gonna make a Witcher swords, one for monsters and the other one for human. I said two different swords because one of them is for human. It is a simple steel sword, but the other one, the blade of the other one is coated in silver, which is extra deadly for demons, I guess. So I start the crafting process by choosing the wire, simple steel wire, coating it with duct tape for better traction onto the clay, and then coating it into the clay. Simple coating. You do not need to kind of worry about the thickness of the clay you are going to use at this point, because you can later take chunks of it very easily, and you will need to take chunks of it while you are trying to make it as blade-like as possible. Here you can see that desired look I have made for the sword. The blade shape is quite straightforward. I didn't went to any kind of fancy angles and so on. I just want to add some dips into the end parts of the blades, as it is a really distinctive feature for the Geralt Swords. And at the same time, of course, I kind of need to have the surface of the clay as smooth as possible. Of course, once you apply the foil, it will give it extra shining, and you won't be able to notice the bumps and irregularities that easily on it. So now I will show you how to wrap the swords. Of course you can go with a different style or technique, but I have chosen this one and think that it kind of worked for me quite well. Right now I'm wrapping the steel sword, which is a little bit thicker and longer than the silver one, and at the same time I will use the dimmer foil for it, but the technique is 100% similar. I have decided to connect the foil parts at one of the edges instead of on the top part of the side of the sword. I kind of was thinking that it would be much easier to conceal the connection points, and at the same time it will be much easier to kind of hold these folds of the foil onto the sides of the blade and like prevent it from coming loose. And it is quite difficult to notice this line of connection when it is on the blade. So yeah, you can go with the other technique, but I would kind of suggest using this one as well. So here is the finished version. Maybe you are already guessing that this is the silver version instead of the steel. Silver, one of its properties at least, is that it is quite easily worked on the shiny state, and it stays in this state for a long time because it is not like easily rusted away. So because of this reason, ancient people were using silver as mirrors for many years and centuries, and of course it is used as a jewelry because it is shiny. So now we will need to like create guard for the sword. Right now I'm showing you again the steel version of the sword guard. So once you're done, you just take a simple foil again and wrap it around, but first make sure of course that you have this cut in between to attach this guy onto the sword, then attach some clay on it again, and then cover these connection pieces with aluminum again. So the handles are quite easy to create. Both of these swords kind of follow the same technique, so to say. They are two-handed swords. In the middle of the grips there is one simple divide, which is steel colored, so to say. So it is quite easy to create as well, as you can see here. And at the same time, the grips I wanted to create with different color. I have used black and reddish/copper color. The copper one is for steel and the black one is for silver versions, and you just simply need to create this very narrow pipes of clay and very gently wrap it around the handle, and it will give you quite a decent and neat look, which I quite frankly appreciate a lot. And once you're done with all the handle parts, also the pommels, you're done with the swords at the same time. Here they are. I'm quite happy with this result. I really dig both of them with their different features, colors, and applications, of course. And I'm quite happy to have this simple little prop next to my computer while I'm playing Witcher 3. I hope you enjoyed these sword versions at the same time with me. I was quite happy creating them, and probably if you like this kind of sword tutorials as well, I will try to create other iconic swords from video games or movies. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this project as much as I enjoyed making it. It was quite fun and at the same time a little more challenging as well, because it is the firstly really this model of swords I have done on my channel, and I hope it won't be the last. Have a nice day and see you next time. Goodbye.